G'day guys, how is it going? My name is Jukes and welcome back to the second video on my channel. In today's episode, we are talking about AIM. This is the first episode of the new series and I'm starting called How to Get Better at Call of Duty, and the first topic is of course AIM. AIM is without doubt one of the most important aspects of Call of Duty in both competitive and casual play. AIM can get you out of pretty much any situation and pretty much save you wherever you are. Like obviously movement, tactics and mind games and all that kind of stuff helps, but AIM is obviously the most important aspect. Now, when it comes to improving your AIM, there are a few steps you can take which will benefit your AIM pretty much straight away and over time especially as well. So the first one is warming up. So whenever you see professional sports stars, whatever sport you watch, football, soccer, rugby league, American football, whatever it is, you always see them warming up beforehand, alright? Because they have to get their muscles warm so they don't injure themselves, so they're ready to play, so they're good, and so they can sprint at their fastest, and all that kind of stuff, right? So it should be the same for you when you play Call of Duty. So you shouldn't just come on and straight away like get on your Xbox or PlayStation and be like, yep, let's go, I'm going to be the best in the world, and then your aim is like really wonky and you're like, oh wow, this isn't good, what's going on? And then you feel discouraged and you're like, oh I'm shit, and then all that kind of stuff goes down. We don't want that. We want the first map to feel amazing, to feel like you're the best in the world, and that's what we want. And that's what we're going to get. So pretty much to warm up, you're just going to come on, you're going to go to a private match with some bots on their lowest difficulty, just because you don't want to have your heart destroyed when you get destroyed by bots, but you're going to put them on the lowest difficulty, and you're going to use either a sniper, a shotgun, like a burst fire weapon, a single shot weapon, or like a handgun or something like that. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to do either free-for-all, team deathmatch, whatever you want, and you're just going to use that weapon. So pretty much a sniper is pretty good because most of the time if you miss your first shot or your second shot, you're dead. So it forces you to essentially hit those first shots. So if you're hitting your first shot with a sniper in a warm-up match, when you come onto an online game and you have a full auto gun like an AK or a ASM-1 or whatever, it's going to be a lot easier when you're hitting those first shots. It takes like 3 to 4 shots depending on the distance to kill. So if you're hitting the first one straight away, it's going to instantly put your enemy on the back foot and then you can move on and take that kill. So warming up definitely helps with increasing your aim and good things like that. The second topic of aim is probably the biggest, is sensitivity. So there's a massive debate on sensitivity through the Call of Duty community, especially with professionals and casual gamers and all that kind of stuff. So a lot of people believe you can have, depending on your play style, a higher sensitivity or lower sensitivity. So I'll talk about myself. So essentially, for the most part, I'm an assault rifle role. I sometimes rush. I used to rush a lot more with the submachine guns, but now I'm more of an assault rifle role. And in theory, a lot of people say that because I am that role, I should have like a 2 sensitivity, a 3 sensitivity. For me, that's not the case. I actually play on an 18 sensitivity, and I know that's crazy. But it's just what I've played on like the whole time that I've been on PlayStation or Xbox. I've always played on high sensitivities, and that's just how I am. Like if you watch this video, I was playing on 18 in this video. My aim hasn't been terrible. It's still on point most of the time, and then the 18 allows me to get to my targets a lot faster. So in my opinion, how I believe aim and sensitivity works is the higher you can handle an aim accurately, the better. Now, I'm not saying just push your sensitivity up and like try to get used to it. I'm saying like if you're on a 3 and that's as high as you can go and feel comfortable, stay on a 3. That's all you can do. But if you're on like a 6 and you're like, oh, I think I could like maybe push up to a 7 or an 8, just try 7 or an 8. If you find yourself on a 7 or an 8 and you're on one side of the target, you go to adjust to the left and all of a sudden you're on the other side, the sensitivity is too high for you. That's what that means. It just means you can't control it. Obviously, if you can't control it, doesn't mean you're like any of a worse player or anything like that. It just means that the higher sensitivity isn't for you. You're used to a lower sensitivity, and that's what you should use. Now, see, like in that situation right there, my higher sensitivity let me switch from those targets really quickly without even scoping out, so I didn't have to aim switch or anything like that, where you zoom out and zoom back in, which is what a lot of people do, especially if they have a lower sensitivity. I could just stay aimed in and quickly switch between the targets and take them both out. So, long story short, if you can kind of move your sensitivity up a little bit and still control it, that's a good idea, but if you can't, that's fine. Just keep to a lower sensitivity. Whatever you feel most comfortable with is sensitivity. It's a completely personal preference. Listening to myself or any other YouTuber tell you what sensitivity to choose will not help you. It's completely up to yourself. Now, when it comes to trying to control the highest sensitivity, there are a few options, as in products you can buy to help you. Now, obviously the main one is Control Freaks. I'm not sponsored by Control Freaks at all, so I'm just saying this just to help you guys out. I don't have any kind of affiliate program with Control Freaks, of course. So pretty much Control Freaks, everyone knows what Control Freaks are by now. They just clip onto the top of your controller, and it just extends the length, and then therefore a minor adjustment with the Control Freaks on, when you adjust your aim a little bit, it pretty much means a micro amount with the actual aim. So there's more give and take in aiming side to side with the Control Freak on. So if you're in that situation I was talking about where you're aiming to the right of the person and you're trying to move a slight bit to the left and you feel like you move to the other side of the person, like to the left of him, over aiming, well then the Control Freaks, it should mean that in that situation you'd aim straight onto him, because it's a normal adjustment. What you're used to is now a smaller adjustment on the actual controller. So Control Freaks, I feel they really do work. I don't use them as much. I find them a little bit hard to get used to, like the height of them, to be honest. Like I use them sometimes, but this game right here, I was not using Control Freaks. That's just a fully stock, not custom, fully stock controller, not a scuff, anything like that. Just a normal PS4 controller that came out of the box. And yeah, I like to stick to stock a fair bit of the time, but I will be hopefully upgrading to a scuff sometime soon. So scuff is another option now that they come with the longer sticks, which is pretty much as built-in Control Freaks as they have the grips on the sticks as well. So essentially, that's pretty much everything there is to talk about. We've talked about the warming up, the sensitivity, and the products you can buy to improve your aim. So if you have enjoyed, make sure you leave a like. If you feel this has helped you at all, make sure you do leave a like. There are plenty more episodes coming in this tutorial series on how to improve at Call of Duty. So I hope you have enjoyed. Please leave a like if you have. My name is Jukes, and I will catch you all next time.